Hey everyone, welcome to Flavorcast, a show about the Flavour framework. Every episode will have new tips and info for making modern web apps in Java. This episode is about standard foreach, a flavor tag to repeat a portion of a template once for each item in a collection. The repeating portion can use the current item in flavor expressions. For example, if you are making a book tracking app, you could use standard foreach to show the title and author for each book. Or for a recipe site, you could show the name and picture of each recipe. Standard foreach has an opening and a closing tag. The HTML between those tags is repeated. In the standard foreach opening tag, there are two required attributes, var and in. Similar to a Java foreach expression, in is a list, set, or other iterable type. Var is the name of the variable used for each item from the collection. So for our book listing example, if the list of books is returned from a method getBooks, then the opening tag would be standard foreach var equals quote book quote in equals quote books quote. The HTML between this opening tag and the closing tag is repeated once for each item in the provided collection. In our case, the list from getBooks. Let's say you want to print the title and author of each book in a second level heading. Start with the less than h2 greater than open tag. Next, to inject the title, use HTML text, which is covered in another episode. HTML text value equals book.title. Since book is the name given to each item from the books list, and flavor expressions can use dot notation to access Java Bean properties, you can easily call getTitle by just saying book.title. So far, this example shows just the title in the h2 tag. To finish, add by, then a second HTML text with value equals book.author. Make sure to close the h2 tag and the standard foreach tag. To test this out, you can make a hard-coded list of books in your test application and return it from getBooks. When you open the page in a browser, you'll see a list of headings with the title and author for each book. Later, you can fetch the book list from local storage or the server. In this first example, I've described how you can use standard foreach to repeat h2 tags for different books. Since standard foreach will repeat any HTML, there are lots of other ways to use it. You can repeat list items using the li tag. You can repeat table rows using tr tags, possibly with different td cells containing different fields. You can repeat whole sections of the page using div tags. And you can even use a flavor component inside a foreach tag. Components will be covered in separate episodes. You now know how to make repeating elements in a flavor page using standard foreach. Thanks for listening. Stay tuned for more tips on making awesome web apps with flavor.